Hey, what's up guys? Cringe Movie Reviews here, and today I'm going to do something kind of like a rant. I'm just going to do it from start to finish. I'm going to upload it the way it is. And this has to do with the soft reboot of the DC Extended Universe. Just in case you guys aren't familiar with the DC Extended Universe, it contains Man of Steel, wrong way. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Suicide Squad, Justice League, and Wonder Woman. Sorry for all the shaking. It's kind of on a chair right now. Those are the movies that are in the DC Extended Universe so far. And apparently they're trying to do a soft reboot. There's also Aquaman, but I don't own that one yet. It's not released in Canada yet on Blu-ray. But once it is, I think I'm going to pre-order it. If I don't pre-order it, I'll buy it right after. But I'm a fan of the DC Extended Universe. Not a huge fan, but a fan of the DC Extended Universe. And I don't know how I feel about the soft reboot. So if any of you guys are familiar with the Dark Knight trilogy and why it's not related to the DC Extended Universe, I'll quickly explain that now. When Christopher Nolan directed the Dark Knight trilogy, he wanted it to be self-contained, and after making Batman Begins, he pretty much got a card that let him do whatever he wanted. The Batman Begins was something the studio wanted, and it was revamped. Or not revamped, but with the second and third installments, he had the freedom to do whatever he wanted. Whether it be to make the second and third movie, sorry. So he had the freedom to do that. And right after he finished making The Dark Knight Rises, which is the third movie in this trilogy, he said nobody else can have the rights to this character or the characters contained in this trilogy. They are a standalone trilogy. They can't be used in any other form. And what he means by that is you can use Scarecrow and Joker, but they have to be new. They have to be new versions of them. They can't be the realistic take that he took for these characters. So what Christopher Nolan was trying to do was make a Batman that could be realistic in a sense. So what I mean by that is if there was a billionaire and his name was Bruce Wayne in the real world, the world that we live in now, what would that look like? And what would these villains look like? So they were more realistic interpretation of the comic book characters. So less comic booky than all the movies prior to that. So when the DC Extended Universe started up, I think it was 2000. What year did this come out? 2013. So when this came out in 2013, this was the beginning of something new. And although it doesn't say it on the case, Christopher Nolan actually helped direct this movie. And everyone was under the idea that this Superman and Christopher Nolan's Batman were going to be in the same universe, although that's just not true. After Christopher Nolan said, these are my films, you need to start like your own new universe, they started with this. And I think that they've created a good universe. Were the movies released in the correct order? In my opinion, no. I think it should have gone Man of Steel if you were going to start it off. Man of Steel was a good start. Who doesn't know Superman? This is a great film. Then the next film that they should have released should have been a Batman standalone film, and then Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. That way, you have Ben Affleck's story in a new version in the extended universe. That would have worked. And then, since you see Gal Gadot, Then I would do a Wonder Woman movie. That would be the next one. And then after the Wonder Woman movie, I would do Justice League. You have the three main characters, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. Cyborg doesn't really need a standalone film. Flash, I guess, could use a standalone film, but doesn't really need it. And then Aquaman, you get a glimpse at him in the movie, technically. So then it would be a good idea to do an Aquaman movie. And then Suicide Squad should be the last thing on their list once they've done the whole universe, in my opinion. So with those 5 movies, or 6 movies if you include Aquaman, they're planning on doing a soft reboot with Gal Gadot, the guy who plays the Flash in this movie. Sorry guys, I'm drawing a blank here on his name. It's gonna be with the Flash and Wonder Woman, and it's gonna be the two of them. And I guess it's gonna be set in an alternate universe where Flash time travels to another universe with Gal Gadot or something. And the reason why they're doing a soft reboot is because, first of all, Ben Affleck's planning on leaving because he's not getting a standalone film, and he wanted a standalone film. And second, Henry Cavill, the man who plays Superman, he's also planning on leaving because he wants another standalone film, and he's not getting it. DC keeps saying, "Oh, we'll get you a standalone film. We'll get you a standalone film." He hasn't gotten one yet, and I would be in the same, I'd be in the same position as him right now. He's asking for one. They say, "Oh, we'll get you a second standalone film," but he never gets a standalone film. So I can see why they're doing a soft reboot, but at the same time, they've established these characters, and I just think, to be honest, the way that they did these characters, that were so, it was like they didn't even care about the character development of these characters. So that's pretty much what the soft reboot's going to be about. Christopher Nolan's taking the back seat on these ones. Apparently he's still an executive producer in these movies from what I've just seen right now on the cases. Why is he allowing this to happen? That's what I'm wondering. And I haven't done enough research to find out exactly why all this is happening. But I think the DC Extended Universe could have gone so much better if Christopher Nolan was the main director. A lot of people had mixed feelings on the last Dark Knight movie, The Dark Knight Rises. They didn't think it was a good attempt, and I think at that point Christopher Nolan was so done with superhero movies. That's what I've heard. People say he's so done with the superhero movies. But apparently he's an executive producer for these movies, so that doesn't make any sense to me. So if someone knows the reason why all this stuff is happening, let me know in the comments below, because why is he an executive producer and he's taking the back seat and letting all this stuff happen? Do I still think that the DC Extended Universe has a chance to redeem itself? From what I've heard, Aquaman is the redemption. I haven't seen Aquaman yet, but apparently that's the redeeming quality. That's what's bringing it all back together. But you're losing that character. You're with the reboot, you're gonna, all these 5 movies that you have set up in place, they're gonna be nothing. I mean, that's fine. That's technically the same thing as the trilogy. But I've started to like the DC Extended Universe. It's starting to grow on me. I don't know what they're gonna call the new Extended Universe, but I don't know. I think when it all comes down to it, Ben Affleck isn't a terrible Batman. I really, really disliked him at the beginning when I first watched the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice in the movie theater. I pre-ordered tickets to watch in the movie theater because I liked Batman. I was a huge fan of Batman, and I had high hopes for that movie, and it let me down. the first time I watched it. Then someone told me the extended cut was better. I watched the extended cut. I actually liked it a lot more, and it started to grow on me. Man of Steel is a great movie. Man of Steel, great movie. I would recommend it. Justice League, I have to rewatch it, but from what I remember, it was pretty good. Even though it went through, I think, it went through the ringer with regards to producers. I'm pretty sure, or directors. Sorry. Halfway through, you can see the difference between them. I think Joss Whedon was in this one. Yeah. He did the screenplay for this, and Joss Whedon's the one who did the Avengers, and who did the screenplay for the Avengers. Sorry. And Wonder Woman, different director, female director, and it turned out great. So, all in all, with that rant aside, do I think the new DC soft reboot do I think it's going to be good? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But for those of you who want a definitive answer, I'm praying that it works, because I hope Ben Affleck doesn't leave, and I hope Henry Cavill doesn't leave. I can understand why they want to leave, but I pray that they don't leave. I actually enjoy them as actors, and I can't see someone else being Superman. I can see someone else being Batman. I don't know who off the top of my head, but I don't know. I'm hoping that the soft reboot's good. I know I'm a little late to the party on this one. This happened a few months ago, I think. But I was just, while I was at work, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about soft reboot and how we're going to be losing a lot of people. Like the two main characters in the franchise, the DC Extended Universe. But thank you for watching, guys. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down, and comment down below what other kinds of videos you guys want to see. I'm hoping to do a Star Wars collection video at some point, because I got most of them. I'm missing The Last Jedi and Solo. Hopefully I'll pick those up, and then once I have those, I'll do a collection video, but I have all the rest of them. But yeah, I'm kind of sad about the soft reboot, and it's just hitting me now, 2 months later after the fact. But anyways, I'll see you guys later.